back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sarika. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, everything. Share with your friends. We are doing a comparison video today, which you guys seem to really like, so I love doing them for you guys. As you can tell by the title, today we are comparing concealers. So I always like to compare more pricey makeup with the drugstore makeup. So today we are going to be focusing on concealer, specifically comparing my all-time favorite concealer, the Born This Way, the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. And we're comparing it with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camel Concealer. That's how she looks. Yeah, to see if the price actually makes a difference. So I've already primed my face. Just in case you are curious, I primed my face with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. And then I went in with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So I did both. I actually learned using both from my friend who's a makeup artist. She used both on my face and I thought it really looked good. Usually I use one or the other, but recently I have switched to using both. So I've already primed my face. I'm just gonna put my wig back a little bit so that y'all can see. Yeah, don't judge my little claw clips, okay? Yeah, I look interesting. But this is what we're gonna do because I don't have those like cool clips. And if you see my lace, don't clock me. Thank you, because we're pulling it back. Okay, so I zoomed in a little bit. So we are going to first introduce each product. Yeah, just fix this. I'm going to compare both concealers based on a variety of categories, and then I'm gonna apply it to my face. Today, I am just going to like small barbecue at my sister-in-law's. And so I'm just gonna do my under eye routine so you can kind of see me do it. And that will give you a really good idea of how the concealer performs. So I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Just gonna be reading a little bit because reading is fundamental. All right, so we are going to start with the Too Faced. So the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Concealer is a hydrating, full coverage, weightless 4-in-1 concealer that conceals, contours, highlights, and retouches in a wide range of flawless shades. The coverage is full, but it has a natural finish, and it is I feel like it's made for all skin types. It doesn't say that, that's what I feel. Here are the highlighted ingredients. So it has coconut water, which aids in delicately replenishing skin's moisture levels. It has alpine rose, which helps support skin's health and resilience. And then it also has hyaluronic acid, which is always a fave because it gives a smoother and more youthful appearance. So that's just like background to the Born This Way concealer. Woo. So let's pull up the e.l.f. concealer and give you a little background on that one. e.l.f. Hydrating Camel Concealer is a long-lasting liquid concealer that provides crease-resistant full coverage with a satin finish. And the reasons why you're gonna love this e.l.f. concealer, according to e.l.f., is it is full coverage, long-lasting wear, it has a large applicator, and has a really good shade match. It's also great for oily, dry, combination skin. So similar to what I think the Too Faced is, it works for all skin types. Some highlighted ingredients. Ooh, I don't see any here. They just have like an ingredients list. I'm gonna give that one to Too Faced in terms of some of the highlighted ingredients. I feel like in terms of your makeup products, especially if you are spending a bag on them, like the Too Faced concealer, you wanna make sure it's doing more than just what it's supposed to do. So I don't just want a concealer that conceals, I want a concealer that's really hydrating for my skin too, because that will impact how it finishes on the skin, if that makes sense. I am sure e.l.f. has some highlighted ingredients, but it's not here, so I actually don't really know what else it does apart from conceal. That makes sense. I might be having some high standards for some drugstore products, but I think the drugstore game is stepping their game up, right? So I would have loved to see some highlighted ingredients. What else does it do? So in just like the background information, I'm gonna give that one to Too Faced. Let's talk about price, y'all. Let's talk about price. So the Born This Way concealer you get 0.45 fluid ounces, and it costs 49 Canadian dollars. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Meanwhile, for the e.l.f. concealer, you get 0.2 fluid ounces, and it is 9 Canadian dollars. Yep. So, I mean, to be fair, for the Too Faced concealer, you're getting twice the amount of product. However, it's almost like 4 times the price. So obviously the e.l.f. is gonna be the winner because you're getting a pretty decent amount of product. I can show you how it looks in the bottle. I haven't even opened this as first impressions, people. And it's only $9, which I think if your makeup runs out, it's definitely less painful on your pocket if you have to replenish. So obviously e.l.f. is gonna win there, period. Let's talk about packaging. It's the first time I'm opening it. I got 2 shades. This one definitely looks way too light for me. I don't know what I was thinking, but we're talking about packaging here. Yeah, definitely too light. Okay, so let's talk about packaging. You know what I must say? I never actually loved the Too Faced packaging. I never really liked it. I don't like this middle thing here. It looks a little tacky to me. To me, it looks a little tacky. Like, I don't love that it has so much writing on it. The gold is a little tacky to me, like the gold writing and stuff. And it's like 3 different colors. It's like the black top, the gold middle, the kind of frosted packaging here. Meanwhile, e.l.f. is giving sleek and nice. It's like a nice clear package. It's not frosted, which I prefer actually. Minimal writing. The writing color matches the cap, and it's pretty clean. The only thing I don't love is that a white cap is always tricky when you're dealing with makeup because it will get dirty. It just will, and it will look more dirty, or will look dirtier than if you have a black cap. So in terms of packaging though, I'm still gonna give it to e.l.f. I think it is sleeker, nicer. I love it. Love. In terms of their shade ranges, Too Faced has about 25 shades. Yeah, so if you look from here to here, those are the shades, and then these are the shades for the minis, which are pretty much the same as the full-sized one. And then for e.l.f., I mean, for concealer, you don't need, I feel like you don't need as many shades as with foundation, but it's always better to have a more diverse shade range for people who are those in-between colors, and especially to ensure that you are being inclusive people of color, period. So for shade range, I mean, I don't even think that's a competition. Too Faced is way more diverse, and I think more people would be able to find their concealer shade if they use Too Faced. So, I mean, I'm gonna have to give that one to Too Faced. I think that's kind of obvious. Let's talk about applicator and smell. So one of my favorite things about the Too Faced concealer, I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit here, is the applicator. I think that it is kind of bulky in a good way, and it has that kind of slanted tip. So I think that really helps getting into the grooves of your eyes, just because it's easier to actually maneuver and put the product exactly where you want it. It's more precise, which sounds a little bit counterintuitive because if you have a thicker applicator, sometimes you feel like it won't be as precise, but it is perfectly sized. I love this applicator. I love, love, love. And the smell is like, it smells kind of, and the smell, it just smells like makeup. So I am neither here nor there for that one. Ooh, look at this. So let's look at the e.l.f. applicator. Now, just based on look, it's not quite as slanted as the Too Faced one, which I don't know if I love that. I really love the slant of the Too Faced concealer. I love how thick the e.l.f. applicator is, because when you're trying to get here and here and here, I think just again having a bigger applicator is just more effective and efficient when you're trying to apply product to your face. I'm just smelling it. This one kind of smells a little bit like marker. I don't know. I might be making that up. So in terms of applicator, I feel like let me try the e.l.f. one just to see what it's giving, okay? Before I can really give you honest feedback. Okay, so let's actually do what we came to do, which is let's test the makeup. So I'm gonna zoom in. As I said, if you can see my lace, don't clock it, girl. All right, so let's do this. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the e.l.f. I bought 2 shades. I bought light beige. I got light beige, which is the one that was really light. This one looks really bright for me. And then I got a second shade, which is a little darker, but I still think it's gonna come across light. It's called Medium Peach. So the thing is, I actually couldn't quite, and this is the Medium Peach. I'm gonna zoom in. So I'm gonna do the e.l.f. on this side. I'm gonna use both. So this one, oh, one thing I don't like is it doesn't have the shade on the actual bottle. So I actually don't know which one is which. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I don't know which one is which. So we're just gonna go in with both, I guess. Zoom in. Okay, I'm just gonna do dots just because I don't want it to be too, yeah, that's way too bright. I'm gonna use both. I am really sorry that I can't tell you which color is which because that is not on the bottle. So 10 points from e.l.f. That is so bright. That is so bright, guys. Whew. Okay, immediately formula, thick, love it. I will say that the Too Faced is definitely thicker, and this feels more wet. I don't know if that makes sense. My Too Faced dries down way faster, and the Too Faced is thick, the e.l.f. is thick, but the e.l.f. feels slightly thicker in a bad way. Like it's too thick, if that makes sense. Because I do love a full coverage concealer, but this might be a little too thick because it's not drying down fast enough for me. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty concealer brush just to blend that. Oh my, oh, yeah, guys, oh. Is this salvageable? This is so bad. This is way too bright. Oh my god. I look so intense. This is so, oh my god. Oh, so I'm just gonna leave this because y'all gotta see the other. I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave this. I'll leave this. Let's do the Too Faced. All right, child, you're gonna see the difference. Listen. Hello? I really need to get a darker shade, so y'all don't clock me in the comments. Yeah, I think they're mixing because I'm using the same brush. Here, got a bit of it. Don't worry, guys. It might look a little intense right now, but yeah, okay. I am glad I left the e.l.f. one. Here, let me just do a little more. Yep, I'm glad I left the e.l.f. on. Okay, I just like went up on my leg a little bit. Look at the blend. Yeah, look at the blend. This is the Too Faced and it is just beautiful. It's giving kind of lumpy. It's giving, and I did the exact same thing on this side that I did this side, and this just looks smoother. It just looks way better in terms of the finish. Yeah, Too Faced is giving. So what I'm gonna do now is like go in with a beauty blender to really blend. All right, so I have my beauty blender. Oh my gosh. Oh, excuse me. No, I don't even actually, oh my gosh. It's definitely not. Whoa. I'm looking in my actual bathroom mirror and that is like not budging at all. Let me compare with my Too Faced because she tends to blend. I don't know. Do you see it's blending? Or am I just losing it a little bit? Like, I can see that it's blending. And please remember I'm under like my harshish bathroom light. So I know it looks a little intense just to be doing my under eye, but trust me, in person it doesn't look, you have to trust me. You have to trust me, it does not look bad. I promise. Yeah, but the e.l.f. is just not blendable. I hate that. Probably, maybe I put too much product, but the e.l.f. is really not blendable. Yeah, it's really bad. I really hate how the e.l.f. blends. I'm not gonna hold you. Just because I'm going out, I also do my nose. I just don't like how the e.l.f. blends, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Too Faced because she is my tried and true. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I do that 3-4 times again, I testify for you. I thought I liked you, that bitch I do it all. I won't cry, you scared it. I'm not. Long if you joking, now here for me. I ain't got it. I've been skinning through it. Hide your body as long as you dreaming about me. Alright, so I think I got it like mostly decent. Again, it looks ghostly right now, but I promise in person it does not look like this. Yeah. Applicator wise, I think the e.l.f. one, because it's slightly bigger, and the surface area, I'm gonna pull this out to show you. The surface area, this is the Too Faced one and this is the e.l.f. one. I don't know if you can tell, but the surface area of the applicator is slightly bigger on the e.l.f. one, and I think that puts way too much product on people's faces. So I think if you want like drama and glam, that's good, but the Too Faced is just so precise that I don't know, e.l.f. is just not cutting it close. Y'all saw also that the blending was just way more difficult on the e.l.f. side. It was just way too difficult for me. Like, it just wasn't blending as seamlessly as this one. Even the first blend, you could tell that the Too Faced just blends so much better. It's giving skin after like a minute, versus the e.l.f. like you have to really blend, and I still don't even think it's fully blended, to be honest. Like, I don't know, I didn't love the e.l.f. one, so Too Faced is just gonna have to win for formula, how it dries, how it blends, shade range. Like, it also feels better on the skin. Like, I can't tell that I have the e.l.f. on either, but the Too Faced really feels like skin. So I'm going to set my under eye and then come back and show y'all the results and tell you my final thoughts. No problem. I don't got nobody just with you right now. But the truth, I look better under you. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I lose and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody could buy it like you do. I can't lose when I'm with you. I can't just lose and miss the moment. You just too important. Alright, y'all, so this is my finished look. As I said, I have my bright filming lights on, so it's going to look a little more ghostly than it appears in person. In person, it literally just looks like I have a bright under eye. So I do this all the time when I'm going out and I don't want to do a full face because I'm lazy. Or if I'm going out for a very short amount of time, I don't want to do a full face to be out for an hour, if you get what I mean. Yeah, so in terms of the finish, just because this one is brighter, it looks brighter on the side, I still just love my Too Faced. It just looks so smooth, it looks so beautiful, it compliments me. I hate not loving a drugstore makeup component, but e.l.f. let me down with this one. I love how it came out. Like, I look pretty, it looks very smooth, I like it. I just did not like the application and how hard it was to blend. Obviously, if I took more time, I would have just kept blending it, but I am a quick makeup girly. I don't really spend a lot of time doing my makeup. I like to do my makeup within 20 minutes. This 20 to 30 minutes, and then this would take me like 10 minutes. With the amount of blending I would have to do, that would just take longer for me. So I personally did not love that. Unfortunately for me, I'm just gonna have to give it to Too Faced for this one. The applicator is better, the shade range is better, how it finishes is better, but the ultimate test is the wear test. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to go out and then come back and show you what it looks like after a couple hours. I will be gone about 4 hours. So I think that's a really good amount of time to kind of test how concealer sits on your face. I did set my face. I set it with my setting powder. I baked a little bit, and then I used my setting spray. And then I finished it with my like micro smooth powder from Sephora. So hopefully all of those things will help it stay really intact. I'm also gonna be wearing some sunglasses, so I wanna see how it goes up against, because you know I have my glasses kind of imprinted on the sides of my nose. So yeah, I'm excited to see whether e.l.f. will beat Too Faced in the wear test. But right now, Too Faced is definitely winning. She can get all my coins because you can see. It's just beautiful. I'm gonna zoom all the way out so you can kind of see how it looks from afar. As I said, it doesn't look really too bad. But yeah, I will be back in a couple hours and I will let you know how they stand up against the test of time. Hi guys, I am back. It's currently 9 p.m. and I left here at like 3:30. So it's been like almost 6 hours-ish. So I'm gonna just show you what my under eye is giving. I'm gonna say that the Too Faced is slightly better. Just slightly, like ever so slightly, because you can start to see more of my blemishes on this side. Yeah. But it's just like ever so much better. Like it's barely noticeable. Today was very cool, so it wasn't hot, which usually makes my makeup more prone to melting or kind of disintegrating or separating. But the weather is really good today, so it's hard to kind of tell what it's really like in the summer. But honestly, both really stood up against the test of time. Like they both look fine. My skin looks good, still bright, and yeah. So final thoughts. I think based on what I've said in the video, it's very obvious that I'm definitely still a Too Faced girly. Y'all can let me know what you guys think. Which one you think is better? This is the Too Faced. This is the e.l.f. Do you think one is better than the other? Do you think they're kind of the same? Honestly, they look kind of the same. Like 6 hours later. So let me know what your thoughts are, and if you want to see me do any more comparison videos, leave some ideas in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.